Taurus, welcome to your astrology reading for the month of March. And so before I get started, the only disclaimer I'm going to say, and I'm going to say it in all of my videos, is that this is going to be more accurate for your rising sign, so that first house. This is also accurate for your sun sign. It's just not as accurate. And then, of course, you've got your moon sign, so that's how you emotionally process everything. And so the combination of the three is really going to give you that holistic picture of how your month is going to play out. And so right away, what I was seeing here when I was looking at everything was we have a lot of Pisces energy and then Aries energy. And so it's not a surprise. We're starting off the month. We're in Pisces season. We're going to be in Aries season by the end of the month. And so for you, what this means is that there's a lot of interaction with your 11th and your 12th houses. So this is your house of community. So think of your close friends, close family members, your 12th house. So this would be the subconscious. This would be secrets. This would be anything that maybe you do in private or internal thought process, things like that. And so Mercury enters Aries on the 9th at 11:03 p.m. Eastern time. And so when that happens, we'll have Mercury, Chiron, and the North Node all in the sign of Aries. And so for you, this is actually going to impact your 12th house. And so Mercury in Aries, this is communication. This can be very direct. This can be very bold conversation that you might be trying to have, because it is Mercury and it is Aries, and Aries can be very excitable, very impulsive, but it's very action oriented here. And so for you in your 12th house, that feels a lot like whatever you've been internally processing, you want to take to the outside. You want to start expressing it outward. And so right away, what I'm going to see here is Mercury is conjunct the sun in Pisces. And so what this is doing is it's taking that excitable, direct kind of communication that you want to have, that action-oriented communication you want to have, and it's blending it with the sun in Pisces, which is all about your dreams. So when it comes to your community and your friends and your family, those close people to you, kind of think of it as your tribe. What kind of goals do you have? How do you want to be seen with those people? What kind of friends do you want around you? Maybe is there some sort of change that needs to happen within your friends, because Mars is all about change. And so this would be some sort of communication related to your community that either changes the dynamic of your community one way or another, but it is all meant to put you in alignment with what you're trying to do. And so an example of this would be like me, for example, in tarot and astrology, finding more people who are like-minded. And so this would be changes to my community that would bring in more people that are like this, so I can have these types of conversations, because my goal for myself is to do this more. And so that would be an example of just what changes and what kind of conversations would be taking place here with that Mercury conjunct Sun. Mercury is also going to be conjunct Neptune and Pisces. So again, more energy around really understanding what those goals and dreams are. Neptune and Pisces, there is a caution here around not being too lofty with your goals and really finding a way to ground them within reality, because if they're too out of the realm of possibility, then they're never really going to come to existence. And so that's part of this energy here too. Mercury is just trying to help you kind of go after these dreams, and it's going to be able to figure out pretty quickly, because Mercury is not just communication, it's processing. And so it's going to be able to figure out whether those are realistic or not. And so again, this is going to impact your 12th house and your 11th house. And so it's going to be about communicating what you want for yourself in your community, and really trying to find a way to kind of eliminate anything that's not really grounded in reality. If that is applicable to you, it's not going to be applicable to everybody. Some people just naturally think of goals that are not so lofty. It's not true for everybody though. So we'll also have Mercury sextile Pluto in Aquarius. And so Pluto in Aquarius, this is going to be here for a while. We're going to have this energy for roughly 20 years. It's going to be here until 2043. And Pluto in Aquarius is all about those structural changes that just don't work anymore, because those structures don't work anymore. And so the change is that they need to go away, or they need to be modified in a way that makes them flexible, because Aquarius is all about being flexible. There's no hard structures here in the sign of Aquarius. It is the rebel. It will destroy anything that it feels is a barrier. And so when it comes to communication here, again, with Pluto and Aquarius, now what we're looking at is this 12th house energy with your 10th house. So your 10th house is your career and public reputation. So there's a lot of internal processing of information as it relates to your career, as it relates to your reputation. And so when it comes to what it is that you're looking for, because again, all of this energy is all happening at the same time. So your dreams are not isolated from this. What are your goals when it comes to work? What kind of reputation do you want to have for yourself? Is there something here that needs to be changed in order for you to go after your goals? Is it change of job? Is it a change of position within the company? Is it maybe going out on your own and being self-employed? And if you are self-employed, what kind of public reputation do you have? And so all of this is being highlighted here, but it does require you to take action because it is a sextile. This is not something that's just going to fall into your lap. And so if you're looking to make changes at work to get that in alignment with your dreams, this is giving you that opportunity here. As soon as Mercury enters Mars, you have that opportunity. And then a few hours later, we have the new moon in Pisces. And so the new moon in Pisces is going to happen on the 10th at 4 o'clock in the morning Eastern time. And so when that happens, we'll have the moon, sun, Saturn, and Neptune all in the sign of Pisces. And so with the new moon, you have the sun and the moon at the same degree point in the sky. And so they're in a conjunction. That energy is blended. But they're also in a conjunction with Neptune. So you've got 3 out of those 4 in a conjunction right away. So we've got the sun, the moon, and Neptune. So this is about really aligning how you want to express your dreams, how you want to receive those dreams, like how do you process those emotionally, making sure that there is this kind of internal and external alignment to your dreams. And so for you, this is all coming down to your 11th house of community. And so when it comes to how you want to be perceived within the community, what does that look like for you? Is it, again, a change in community that you're looking for? Is there something here that maybe just needs to be modified here? Because this is a new moon. So there's a lot of emotions connected to the dreams that you have with your community. What kind of goals do you have for that group in your life? And so we'll also have the sun and the moon will be conjunct Saturn. And so they're in a conjunction with Neptune, and now they're in a conjunction with Saturn. Saturn is all about creating structure. It is all about creating some sort of plan. And so when it comes to Saturn in Pisces, it's, okay, I've got these dreams. How do I ground them in reality? How do I create a plan that allows myself to go after exactly what I want? And so when you think about it from a community standpoint, where is your standing within the community? How does the community help you leverage and help you achieve your dreams? Or is it that you want to be a more prominent member of the community, and so that is your goal and that is your dream and that's what you're trying to go after here? And so that's kind of a couple different ways that this energy might play out for you, or things that you might be considering when it comes to your dreams here. And then we have a lot of energy all around the same time. So then on the 11th at 5:51 p.m. Eastern time, we'll have Venus, Saturn, Sun, and Neptune all in the sign of Pisces. And right away, Venus is going to be conjunct Mars, but Mars is sitting in Aquarius. And so we've been playing with this energy for a little bit, and Mars and Venus have been in and out of conjunction in various signs, like in different signs, in the same sign, and now here we are again in different signs. And so Venus in Pisces is all about bringing things together. So when you think about your dreams, it wants to bring them together. It wants to help you put value against that and bring it together, make it real. Whereas Mars in Aquarius is like, okay, well, let's take some actions here that don't fit with that. And that's where this energy kind of blends together. And Mars will cut away all of that excess that's not needed. If it's not going to help further your dream, there's no reason to hold on to it. And so for you, this is going to be a combination of your 11th house of community and your 10th house. And your 10th house is in the sign of Aquarius. So this is your career and public reputation again. So you've actually got two public reputations happening here at the same time. You've got your 11th house. So this is how your close group of friends, family, maybe coworkers, how they see you versus maybe how your employer sees you. And so this is about, okay, well, what is it that I'm trying to do here with this Venus and Pisces, this Mars energy? What needs to be removed in order for me to get the kind of life that I'm looking for? What kind of public reputation am I looking for? What kind of career am I looking for? How do I leverage my standing within the community? Or maybe it's even with your friends in the community here. And so is there something that maybe a friend can help you get a job or lead you down a career path that is going to be more fulfilling for you? And so this is what a lot of this energy is all about. It's about utilizing your community as it relates to your career, as well as public reputation in both sides, both sectors here. Then we have the sun enter Aries. So that happens on the 19th at 11:07 p.m. Eastern time. And so this is the vernal equinox. And so kind of happy about that here in the Northern Hemisphere, because not only is it 12 hours of daylight and 12 hours of nighttime, but it is the start of spring. So it is warmer temperatures on the horizon. So right away, the sun is trine Moon in Leo. And so that's a lot of fire energy right there. So we've got Aries and we've got Leo. And so the sun in Aries is about expressing yourself. It is about really taking those initial actions. It's a cardinal sign. So this is kind of an impulsive type of energy. This is the start of the astrological new year. The moon in Leo is all about creative expression. So Aries sun, expressing yourself. We've got moon Leo, creative expression. And so what this means for you is this is a combination of your 12th house. So 12th house being your internal processing of information, things that are not public, and your 4th house, because that's the house that Leo occupies. And so when it comes to your home and it comes to maybe expressing yourself here, and so what is it in your home life that can help aid you in your expression, kind of keep you in some sort of alignment here? How do you make your home a sanctuary? Because that's really what the 12th house is looking for. The 12th house is looking for some sort of place to go and be alone and be quiet and really just kind of ground yourself, get back to who you are. And so the sun in Aries, you're trying to find these ways to express yourself, and there is this creative expression within your home. And so it's about aligning your home life with giving you that ability to, if you think about it from like a meditation standpoint or really a sanctuary standpoint, that's what you're looking for in your home life. We'll also have the sun conjunct Neptune and Pisces. And so this is about action that you want to take as it relates to your dreams. And so again, 12th house, and now back to 11th house energy. So internal processing, outward kind of expression of what you want with your friends, your family, that community around you, these people that you choose to be around on a regular basis. And so is there something here where somebody can help you with this energy? Is there so much of that energy that you do need this kind of 12th house respite at home? And so that is all kind of coming into play here. We'll also have the sun sextile Pluto in Aquarius. And so this is giving you an opportunity to make any kind of changes that you need to make that don't align with your dreams. So if there's something here, if there's some sort of structure that you had previously put in place or somebody put in place for you, it just doesn't work anymore, this would be removing that type of structure. This is going to be more internal because it is your 12th house for you, because that's where Aries occupies. And it's also going to be about your career. So are there internal changes that you need to make in order to further or advance your career in some sort of way? Maybe it's not your career, maybe it's your public reputation. Or is it that you've become so complacent in a position or at a company or something like that, that now's the opportunity to change. You're never going to make more than X amount of money in your current role, and there isn't something else open in this company, so I need to look elsewhere, or I need to venture out on my own, or maybe there is an opportunity for advancement within the company. And so how do you align what it is that you're trying to do here, what actions you want to take that kind of honor yourself as they relate to this Pluto and Aquarius? So what changes need to be made in your work environment in order for you to really have what you're looking for and to really kind of go after everything? Because again, we had Neptune and Pisces, so that's not out of the mix here. So it is about going after your dreams. And we do also have this 4th house energy. And so the 4th house, 10th house, this is about really creating some sort of work-life balance as well. And so kind of keep that in mind too, as you're thinking about sun entering Aries and this whole equinox and what intentions you're trying to set for yourself. Then we have Mars enter Pisces on the 22nd. So that happens at 7:48 p.m. Eastern time. And so when that happens, we'll have Mars, Venus, Saturn, and Neptune all in Pisces. And so right away, Mars is going to be opposite the moon. The moon is going to be in the sign of Virgo. And so let's talk about Mars and Pisces. Mars and Pisces it's all about the actions that you want to take as they relate to your dreams. We have the moon in Virgo. And so this would be in service to other people, maybe some sort of daily routine that kind of grounds you from an emotional standpoint, because that's a lot of that type of energy. But they're in opposition here. And so what kind of actions are you taking, maybe trying to achieve your dreams that also kind of really help you in your daily routines, maybe in some sort of healing energy, because that's also Virgo energy. And so is there something here that you can do that really kind of balances out or harmonizes your daily routines in such a way that allows you to be in service to other people, ground you in some sort of way? I keep getting this grounding message. Virgo is an earth sign, and so it is about kind of grounding you back in reality. And so love to see that come through. It wasn't coming through as I was typing everything up, so I'm just getting that message now. But for you specifically, what this is doing is it's impacting your 11th house and your 5th house. And so your 11th house of community is in the sign of Pisces. So again, what kind of actions as it relates to kind of that dream community or your dreams within the community, how do they connect? And then this is in opposition to that 5th house. So this would be passion projects, your hobbies, the things that really interest you. So you think about the things that you do outside of work that really make you happy. That would be your 5th house. So it could be children, could be something like that. This is a push-pull type of energy because it is an opposition. And so because this is an opposition and because there's kind of going to be this like a back and forth with what you want and enjoy doing and your community. And so this could be part of what is taking place here, is that you're trying to align your passions with your community and find a way to have them be accepted. And so this could provide some sort of opportunity to mend any kind of relationships you might have or your standing within the community. There's something along those lines. We'll also have Mars square Uranus and Taurus. And so Uranus and Taurus Uranus is pretty much the Tower card in Tarot, so this would be sudden change. And then with Taurus, this is a grounding energy. But Taurus isn't just an earth sign. It's ruled by Venus. So this is about harmony, balance. It's what you value. It's what you want here. And so what's happening is there might be some sort of challenge when it comes to the sudden changes that are happening here and the changes you want to make in order to further your dreams and your goals here. And so for you, this is going to impact your 11th house, but it's also going to impact your 1st house. And so when you think about those changes that need to be made, Uranus and Taurus is sitting in your sign. So this is your 1st house of self. What changes are you trying to make in your 1st house of self that furthers what you're trying to do within your community here? Because that's what's trying to take place. And so a little bit challenging because it does require you to do work on yourself that you wouldn't necessarily feel comfortable doing or maybe previously never considered or don't necessarily want to do. But with Uranus and Taurus, I mean, it is about taking that action. It is about making those changes so that you can have what you're looking for. You can pursue your dreams here. And then at the end of the month, we have the full moon in Libra. So that's going to happen on the 25th at 3 o'clock in the morning Eastern time. And so this is the lunar eclipse that we are going to have. And so we are in the Aries Libra eclipse season. And so this is going to be the Libra eclipse. And so what happens with the eclipse? So we have the moon and the sun. They're at opposite points in the sky. So we've got the moon in Libra. We've got the sun in Aries. This is really, because this is North Node, South Node energy. And so the moon in Libra is looking to balance your emotions, and the sun in Aries is all about how you want to express yourself. And so there might have been a disconnect here in the past where you're trying to reconcile the two, because that's what this is trying to bring up. It's giving you an opportunity to find balance between the two houses that they occupy. The houses that they occupy for you is the 6th house. So this is your daily routines. That's in the sign of Libra. And then 12th house in Aries. And so what kind of internal changes are you needing to make? Because that is the North Node. This is what you're trying to change here as they relate to your daily routines. Is there something here that giving you some sort of opportunity to improve your daily routines or do something in a way that really aligns and creates this kind of balance for you? Because it is all about balancing your daily routines against what it is that you're trying to do, what it is that you need from an internal processing standpoint. And with the 6th house here, because it does relate to work as well, because daily routines, I mean, it includes work. And so this might be giving you an opportunity to really create that work-life balance, because we're talking about internal processing, so kind of being outside of work, being away, and your daily routines. We'll also have the moon opposite Neptune in Pisces when this eclipse happens. And so this is about, okay, I've got these dreams that I want to achieve. How do I achieve them? Well, you have to balance your emotions. You can't be all over the place and expect to get exactly what you're looking for. So you really have to ground yourself, come up with some sort of way to balance yourself. And for you, this is going to be a combination of your daily routines and your community. And so this might be making more time for people in your community, or maybe making less time for people in your community, whichever one makes more sense to you, that helps create that balance that you're looking for. We'll also have the moon trine Pluto in Aquarius. And so again, the moon is in Libra. We've got Pluto in Aquarius. So this is going to be a combination of your 6th house, and we've got your 10th house of work, really, your career and public reputation. And so again, kind of getting back to that whole work-life balance, it's showing up here again in this transit, where your daily routines as they relate to work, something here maybe from a work standpoint needs to change in order for you to feel more balanced in your life. And so work-life balance could be the case. It could be maybe other changes within your career that also create that emotional balance. Like maybe you're too stressed out at work because you've been doing the role of 2 people and now they can finally hire somebody else. And so it's about really kind of getting yourself into that realm where you feel like you have the balance that you're looking for, that you're not stressing yourself out. And so that is the reading for the month of March. I hope it resonates. If it did, please like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Take care.